If you've been on TikTok for more than 5 minutes in the last few months and you've definitely seen these interactive TikTok Minecraft streams, you probably wondered how to set them up for your streams. Well, in today's video, I'll show you how to do it. It might be a bit of a longer video, but stick with me and I'll show you everything about it. Let's get right into it. So first thing you need to do is set up a local paper Minecraft server. This thing is really easy to do. I'll show you how to do it right now. It takes you no longer than like a minute or two. There is this guide that I will link down in the description below if you want to use that, but I'll go over it and I'll explain how to do every step one by one. So let's get right into it. Down here, you have the getting started. So you need to download this Amazon Corretto 17 directly. So download that and we'll put it all into one folder that is called Minecraft server. So we download that. So once that is downloaded, all you need to do is install this launcher over here. So you press on .exe, you go next, install. And once that is installed, you will get a confirmation. It's just a few clicks. Once that is done, we're gonna create a Minecraft folder. And after a few seconds, we have the installer downloaded. Now what we need to do is just make a Minecraft server folder. You can do that into desktop or downloads or wherever you want. You can make that. All you have to do is just go new folder and then name it Minecraft server or whatever. Now, after that, what we need to do is go into this again and go into new and then go into text document and name this EULA. So EULA.txt. Once you've done that, you can open this text file right here. Just double click it. And then what you will need to do is type EULA and then equals true, and then just press file save to save it, and then you are done with that. So just when you open it, it's gonna say EULA true, like it says in this guide right here. So after that, we need to create a start bat file. So we scroll down a little bit more. There is this website where you can generate that file. So just click on it. It's gonna open up the second tab right here. All we do over here is change a few things. We need to have this flag set up, which should be default. So iCar's flag, we want to use this for our Windows machine. So we choose Windows. We use 4 gigs of RAM. If you want to use more, you can do that. But for this, there's no need to. So set up 4 gigs of RAM, server.jar. You have the flag set up, Windows, and click on the download button. That is going to download our file that we put into the Minecraft folder. So now that you've taken that download file, the star.bat, into the Minecraft server folder, you are done with this step as well. You can close this over here, and if you scroll down even more, you can find the download paper. So you need to download the actual executable for the paper server. We go into this over here, we click on it, and it's gonna open up the paper download. Since the recent version is 122, we click on 122. We download that again. Once that is downloaded, we put it into our Minecraft server folder. All right, so now that you moved all the files into the Minecraft server folder, we have 3 files. You have EULA, you have start, and the paper.jar. You need to change this paper.jar to server.jar. So make sure to do that. Like it says in this guide, rename it to server. Otherwise, it will not work. So make sure to change that. Once everything is changed, once everything is set up, you need to go in and launch the paper server. And you do that by double clicking the start.bat. So we click on start.bat, we let it run. If you get this warning, all you have to do is click on more info and then you click on run anyway. This is just because it's a new download. It's .bat. Usually Windows is skeptical about those files. You don't need to worry. It's not a virus at all. You click on run, and this runs this CMD right over here. So once that runs, it's going to take a few seconds, maybe a minute or two, to install the files for the server. So the server, runs, it generates the world and all of that stuff. All right, so now that the server has started, you should see this timings reset at the end. That means it completely started the server and it's working. So if you want to test this out, we open up our Minecraft launcher, we wait for a second, and then we open it up and launch into the local server. Keep in mind that if you did download the paper server, if it says, for example, 122, that means you should be using the 122 launcher as well. So if the latest release is 124 right now, which it is, you cannot use that to join your old server. Since paper didn't update for a while, you need to go into installations on top, and then you can go into new installation and then just download the 120.2. If you scroll down a little bit, it's gonna say release, and then you can name it, I don't know, 120.2. Same default settings, everything's the same. Go down and click create, and that is gonna create the installation for 122. So if you go to play, you can click on this, and then over here 120.2, you click on it, you click on play, and it's going to install and run the older version of Minecraft, so you can actually access that server. So now that you're in the game on the same version as your server, you click on multiplayer, you click on add server, you can name it whatever you want. I'm gonna leave it default, it doesn't matter. And then for the server address, we want to put in local host. One word, local host, that means that you're gonna be using your local Windows IP because it's not shared to anyone else, it doesn't matter. So use local host, click on done, and the server should be working. It should say 0 out of 20 players. We double click on it and it should join in into our new world. As you can see, the world is working. We can see everything over here. That is perfect. Now, what we want to do is we want to disconnect out of the server and we want to go into our CMD, and we need to click on stop to stop the server. So it closes everything down, it shuts the server down because we need to install some plugins. Now that the server is running normally, everything's working fine, we need to download 3 plugins so this actually works with the TikTok and Tikfinity. So we have server tap, we have TNT rain, and we have this cubic countdown. So first thing we need to do is download server tap. Just click on this dot jar over here. All these plugins will be linked down in the description below, so you don't need to worry about the links. Click on it, it's going to download the file. That's perfect. We want to click on the second one, TNT rain update. Same, click on jar, it's gonna download jar. And then we click on the time codings, which is the cubic countdown, and we click on the jar again. Boom, it downloads all 3 files. Now, what we need to do is we need to move them into the plugins folder in our Minecraft server. So now that we have those 3 files, copied or cut, whatever, we go into our plugins into the Minecraft server folder over here. We go into plugins, we just paste it in. So now you have all of those 3 files over here, and they will be pasted in just a second, as you can see right there. Boom. So you have server tap, you have delayed, you have a cubic countdown, dot jar, all 3 jars into the plugins folder. Now we need to go in again into our star.bat. We click on it. So we run the server again, so it actually installs those plugins into our server. As you can see, the server has started. It says over here, no updates found. You're running the latest version. Config got updated. Timings reset. That means the server is running perfectly. For us to actually change stuff on the server, we need to make ourselves an OP, which is an operator, basically an admin. If you want to make ourselves an admin, all we need to do is type in OP and then our username. If you want to see what your username is, you click on a server, you join in, and in the bottom left, it says not agent, join the game, which means that is your username. We go back into our CMD file and we type in OP, not agent. And now we are a server operator. So that means we are an admin, we can change everything and we can set everything up. So now that we've gotten all the annoying things out of the way, we need to set up the server settings and we need to set up the actual box where the TNT is gonna fall in, and all the magic of TikTok is gonna happen. So we click on T to open up the chat, and then we say game mode creative. We need to play this in creative. This is how the game mode is played. So game mode creative, and then we can do /time set a day to set the time today. So it's the perfect weather right here. And then after that, what we need to do is type in game rule do set daylight cycle. You can just press tab to autocomplete and then say false. So it doesn't change the weather at all. It doesn't change the time of the day. So it doesn't go into night or whatever. It's always gonna be the daytime. Perfect. One more thing you will need to change is your Minecraft setting. You will need to go into options and then video settings and then GUI scale. You need to change this to 2. So keep clicking until it changes to 2. That way everything is a bit smaller. And when you get that countdown text, it's gonna look properly sized. It won't be too big, it won't go over the screen. So now what we need to do is find the spot in our game where we want to place the box, where all the TNT is going to be placed and all the blocks are going to be placed. So let's say this is a nice spot. We press F3 to get our coordinates. As you can see in the top left, we see our X, Y, and Z. And now we need to go into the ChatGPT to generate us the commands for the box to create and fill it out with air. So now that I have copied these X, Ys, and Zs into my ChatGPT prompt, it will be linked down in the description as well. So make sure to, just copy paste it. You just put these into over here, X, Y, and Z, leave everything as it is, press enter, and it will generate us 3 different codes that we will just copy paste into the Minecraft to generate the box. So now that it has done that, we click on copy code on the first one, we go back into our Minecraft, we paste the first one, it creates the thing, we go back to the second one, we copy that, again, game, paste, and then we go into the third one and do the same thing. So now that we have copied all of those three codes, as you can see, successfully failed 1, 2, and 3, we go back up here, and then you can see that we have a perfect box that we can set up just like that. And now what we need to do is click on the E and then equip the diamond block. So you click on the top right, search items, you can equip the diamond block right over here. Now you have the diamond block. You don't throw it like I did, but you type in /cc setup, and then you can see in the bottom it says click on the first edge of the cube. So we click on the first edge over here, boom, and we go into the second, like on the opposite side, right click that as well. So you right click this, right click that, and now it says write in the chat how long the countdown should be in seconds. We want 10, 15, usually people use around that, so we type 15. It says, okay, that is it. Now write the name of the cube. We can just say box or cube or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Boom, box. The cube name with the was set to box. So now you have the setup completed. So that's it. You have the box set up. Now we need to start spawning in the TNTs and to see if it actually works. So what we need now is Tikfinity. That will spawn us TNTs. That will give us all the connections with TikTok. So when people gift, follow, whatever, it's gonna spawn whatever you want. So if you haven't seen my Tikfinity guide, make sure to check that one out as well to how to set it up. Just download it. There's a download link in the description. Again, download it, set it up, connect your TikTok over here by clicking connect. And then you click on the setup over here. You scroll down and you will find not the OBS connection, you will find a Minecraft connection. That's it right here. So Minecraft connection, you can set up your player name. So whatever your player name was, make sure to write it over here. So mine is not agent. And then you have the IP port and the password. We don't want to change any of that stuff. This should all be set to default. We didn't change anything. So this is all good. We click on test connection and it says connection successfully established. Boom, paper, get paper 122. Perfect. That means it works. If you get an error, you probably messed something up. So make sure to watch the video from the beginning because everything should be working just fine. We did not change any settings. So now that you've done that, all you need to do is go into actions and events over here on the left, and that will open up these actions over here. So these are set up for me for before because I was doing the GTA stuff. But if you want to make it for Minecraft, this should be empty. So actions, click on the create new action, and we want to name it, let's say 3 TNT. So this is basically going to spawn in 3 TNTs. And then we need to activate show animation. If we want to have an animation show up, you can choose whatever you want. Let's do this one, for example. We want to enable show alert. So it shows the alert when somebody actually sends the gift. We say, sent, the user sent, and then we copy paste the gift name. So it says the gift name and spawned 3 TNTs. So it says send whatever rows and spawn 3 TNTs. That's what we want. That's good over here. And we scroll down until we see execute Minecraft command. And here we need to say TNT without the slash, TNT 3.5 with 3, for example. So what this does is it spawns 3 TNTs, 0.5 seconds in between each one with a 3-second fuse time. You can make the lower fuse time, but usually 3 seconds is just enough. So 3 TNTs, 0.5, 3, perfect. We scroll down over here. This is all good. We click on save, and this is saved over here. If you want to add more TNTs and you want to have a TNT rain, so it like rains from the sky, you go into create new action, or you can just like duplicate this one. It's the same thing. Just duplicate this one, click on yes, and you want to edit this one. So you just change this to like 20 or 15 or whatever, 20, let's say, TNTs. And then show alert, you can do send gift name and spawned 20 TNT rain, or like and rained 20 TNTs. I don't know, whatever you want to say here, that's totally up to you. You scroll down, and then over here, what we want to change is TNT to TNT rain. And then you can change this to 20. You can lower this down so it's like 0.2, so it spawns more of them in a shorter interval. And then over here, we want to change the last number to like 4 because it does rain from the sky. It does take a second more for it to fall down, so it doesn't activate midair. So 4 seconds, and then we need to put our username. So whatever your username is, put it at the end. So not agent over here. So TNT rain, 20 TNTs, 0.2 seconds for each one to spawn, 4-second fuse time with your username. Perfect. We scroll down, we click on save, Great. Now that we have those two set up right over here, we need to create an event for them to actually activate. So we go into events, we click on create new event, and then you need to choose by what will the event be triggered, sending a specific gift. So choose whatever gift you want. Let's just say a rose, for example. I don't know, you can choose whatever. So that if that specific gift is sent, it will spawn 1 TNT. So that's it. Trigger one of these actions. Over here, you choose 3 TNTs. So 1 rose will spawn in 3 TNTs. Click on save. That's perfect. Since I have 5 over here, I'll delete 1. Let's say I'll delete this one. And then we create another event for 20 TNTs. So same thing, by what? Sending a specific gift. Let's just say, I don't know, money gun. It doesn't really matter. You can put whatever you want. And then trigger the action, 20 TNTs. So that's a TNT rain, money gun, save. And now we have, if somebody sends 3, if somebody sends a gift rose, it will spawn 3. If somebody sends the money gun, it will spawn the 20 TNT rain. That's perfect. Now we copy the screen 1 over here, this big URL, just click once on it. It will copy it. You go into your TikTok live studio, and then you just paste it in as a source over here as a link. So click on add source, click on link, and then click on add. Just paste the link, and you can turn on the sound if you want, because you want the sound. Add source, and then this will be a source over here. You can just like put it wherever you want. I can just put it here, for example. So when somebody does it, it will show on the screen on top over here. You can place it again wherever you want. So let's get back into our game and try to test this out. So we go into Tikfinity. We can click on the play this alert, play this action, play the 3 TNT, and click on it and go fast into the game. And as you can see, it spawned 1 TNT right here, actually 3 of them on top of each other. So that means that definitely works. You can just spam, these all you want. Again, go back into Tikfinity, click the button, and let's see if it breaks it. We clicked it, we go over here, boom, it breaks it, and we are done. Great. Now let's see if our 20 TNT rain works as well. We click on test, we go back into our game fast, and it is raining right over here. As you can see, it is raining all these TNTs down, and they are breaking our diamond blocks. Now, how do we test if the game actually works? What you can do is go back to ChatGPT and copy our second code. Just copy paste it in. So it's gonna say fill and then your coordinates, and then it's gonna say air at the end. We don't want air, we want diamond block. So Minecraft diamond block, click on it and click on enter. And it's gonna say the game ends. I actually filled myself in it, so that's a bit stupid, but yeah. And because I filled myself in them, the game actually started ending right here. But if you do it manually, you can just finish it. It's gonna say the game ends, and it starts the countdown. And whatever happens, if somebody breaks the block or the TNT spawns, it's going to say countdown canceled, and you don't win the game, right? So you just finish it, the game ends, wait for the timer, and it's going to say you won, you have 1 win. And that is it, game ended. As you can see, that's how it works. It is a bit more complicated to set up the server than it is to set up the actual plugin, but if you've followed everything in my tutorial, then it should be working flawlessly. I hope you guys liked the video. If you got this far into it, make sure to drop the like. It takes you 1 second and it means the world to me. If you don't already know, I do stream on Twitch as well. Link is down in the description below. And if you have any more questions, make sure to post them down below. Anyway, if you want to see more of my Tikfinity or TikTok guides, check this video right over here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and have a good one. Bye-bye.